TIFU by breaking up with my ex in the dumbest possible way. Here's my obligatory, this wasn't today. But I had a story that I've been told countless times needs to make its way to Reddit. So here goes. In December 2023, I started dating a girl I'll call Lauren. We had been friends, but things got serious quickly. We began discussing marriage very early on, and before I knew it, I was in a tough spot. Lauren wanted a ring by April, just 4 to 5 months after we started dating. It was clear she expected me to say yes, but I had my doubts. The marriage talk wasn't the only issue. There were several factors at play. The distance between us, the financial burden mostly resting on my shoulders, and her desire for a lifestyle my dream career couldn't support. I felt like I was constantly walking on eggshells. Fast forward to April 2024. I'd had enough. Lauren was pressing me for the ring, and my birthday was approaching. I didn't want to feel guilty about getting a gift before then, so I decided it was time to talk. I texted her, saying I needed to discuss something important. Her response was immediate. "Oh, is it bad? Should I be worried?" Panic set in, and I replied, "No, just need to talk." Not the best choice, but I went with it. She suggested I join her at her parents' house for dinner, and against my better judgment, I agreed. I drove an hour and a half to her parents' place, where we ended up cooking dinner together. She was being all cute, and I was completely shaken. After dinner, Lauren said she wanted to grab some things from her apartment and spend the night there. I, again like an idiot, agreed. We drove another hour and a half, and she asked, "So what did you want to talk about?" I hesitated, thinking maybe now wasn't the best moment. Later, at her apartment, she pressed me again, saying, "It's eating me up. What's on your mind?" My brain screamed, "It's now or never." So I pathetically blurted out, "I think we should break up. It's not working." We sat in silence for an hour before she finally asked me to explain. I obliged, feeling just as pathetic. Another hour of silence followed, and then she said, "Okay, let's go." The drive back to her parents' house was filled with silence, while I thought of all the ways I could have handled it better. Then my mom called, asking how it went, completely unaware of the tension in the car. After several hints, she finally got the message, and we returned to silence. Lauren dropped me off in front of her house and drove away, leaving me to reflect on my choices. That's how I learned I might be missing a few brain cells. In short, I broke up with my ex-girlfriend after cooking and eating dinner with her family, driving an hour and a half to her apartment, and enduring a few hours of pure awkwardness before being dropped off on the curb. Looking back, I can laugh at the absurdity of it all. I've learned a lot about myself since then, and I'm happy to say I recently got married to someone who finds this story just as ridiculous as I do. Thank you for listening.